Alrighty, welcome back, guys, to the Backyard Bugle, day 2. Not doing a face cam today because I have noticed that the face cam's delayed in the video, so it does look a little weird. I'll get to working on that, make sure that's better. But we have a short stream today, short video, so make sure you guys hit the notification button, hit the subscribe, make sure you leave a like, greatly appreciated. And let's get right to the news for today. So first up, I wanted to talk about this new tropical storm coming up, Hurricane Idala, I believe how you pronounce it, could reach hurricane strength before hitting Florida this week. Pretty scary stuff. This hurricane can wipe out many houses, and mainly just wanted to touch on it. I know the weather's not really something you want to hear in the news, but anybody living around in these states, I mean, you can see it's even going to hit North Carolina, South Carolina from this picture. Could be even scarier. I know multiple states have issued a warning already, but so just wanted to touch on that. Make sure everybody stays safe. If you have any warnings, if they tell you to evacuate, make sure you leave. Even says Florida's Division of Emergency and Management is encouraging residents with vehicles to keep their gas tanks at least half full in case of officials order any evacuations, as I was saying. But make sure you guys stay safe. I mean, winds up to 40 miles per hour. Some scary stuff. Alright, and so into some other news. Alright, so we have a Putin ally issues ominous warning on threat of new world war. This one's a little bit scarier, as everyone should know. There is a war going on basically between Ukraine with President Zelensky and Vladimir Putin of Russia. I did go through this article. It's in Newsweek 90. It's a little bit scary, just how they're talking about like some comments that Putin's supposedly made, saying that the Western world and that Joe Biden are basically pushing them into using nuclear warfare, which everybody knows we don't want that. I mean, if we could just all settle this out and have less people dying, that would be amazing. But as you know, the world's not made like that. But it is pretty scary. Let me find the one point they did say. Right here, yep. He accused Joe Biden. So they're talking about Vladimir Putin. He accused Joe Biden of provoking nuclear Armageddon after the United States announced it would provide controversial cluster bombs to Ukraine as part of its military aid. So as they're still sending over money and trying to help Ukraine out, it's also almost doing the opposite thing of helping settling the war. I mean, nothing you can really do. I'm not the one in position for that, but just saying, when you're giving them more money, it just makes Russia more mad. So it is scary. That. Next up, this was an interesting article I found on CNN. So I never knew. I knew the schools got money after the COVID pandemic, but supposedly they got $190 billion in pandemic aid. But the funds haven't reversed learning loss, which makes sense. I mean, just think about it. You can't just give them money and expect people to learn more now. Don't see how they would do that. It's not like school hours are growing or they're being forced into doing more schoolwork outside of just the regular hours that they could do. So basically, it did say that everything's dropped since the pandemic, since everyone was out of school. Here, it said the age group, so it's 13-year-olds. They had the lowest math score since 1990 and lowest reading since 2004. Very scary stuff for anybody still in school, like younger kids, anybody who has families with younger kids. Yeah, I mean, it's tough to catch up. They spent a year, I mean, less than a year without school, but then you had like a year of school with just online learning where if anyone's like me, I was in college during COVID and I totally was watching like YouTube videos, just doing whatever, playing video games or just honestly on my phone during online lectures, especially if you didn't have to have your camera on. You could be doing anything other than learning. But yeah, so they do recommend, I do suggest this, so if you have kids or if you're a younger person still in elementary, high school, it is important to, learn and to increase your knowledge on just everyday things. So they do recommend tutoring, enrolling in summer school. I know nobody wants to do that. So, but it's not even enrolling in summer school. It's more just you can enroll in like extra classes. Literally, if you take an extra half hour out of your day, so like after school, say you extend it like a half hour, you can take like online courses and try to catch up on things you're learning. They're even suggesting extending the school year by 2.5 weeks. I mean, I don't find that going to be useful. Anybody who was ever in school knows that, like, the last month of school, you're not really doing much because your mind is already set on summer. You're ready to get out, and you just want to have fun. So, and teachers play movies, I know, for the last week of school. So, that's probably not going to help. But I did find those interesting. And so, again, it's another short stream. Not too much has gone on since yesterday. I mean, we did have a big video yesterday, so if you can go watch that, it'd be greatly appreciated. Make sure to hit the subscribe button and stay tuned. I'll have more for you tomorrow. Thank you, guys.